Which one's 1.9? The Roadster?
Oh, the next generation Roadster.
Okay.
Standard edition.
Yeah.
That's without.
Standard edition.
Yeah. So it's without the performance package.
What performance package?
Yeah. So we're gonna put rocket thrusters on it.
For real?
Why that you want to go on the Mars? Shall we go to the Mars?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what will the life look like on Mars? Are you both moving?
Yeah. Room for improvement. We even literally threw the kitchen sink at the glass, and it didn't break. For some weird reason, it broke now. I don't know why. And then we think what happened was that when Franz hit the door with the sledgehammer, nail it. I think that cracked the corner of the glass at the bottom. Just fix it in post. So. Man, I tell you, I'm pretty sure I'd know, if there were aliens. I've not seen any sign of aliens. So they're like, well, is the military hiding aliens in Area 51 or something, That's a popular meme. Well, let me tell you, the fastest way to increase defense funding would be to bring out, like, hey, we found an alien. People are like, more money for defense, definitely. This is guaranteed. That would be like on display in 2 seconds.
Thanks, Elon. And I don't believe you about the aliens.
I hope I'm wrong. I mean, I hope they're like, well, if they are here, I hope they're nice. They haven't killed us yet, so they must be not that bad.
Where you're selling your houses, you say you don't want any material possessions, and I've been seeing all that, and I've been really excited to talk to you about this.
I think possessions kind of weigh you down. They're kind of an attack vector. He'll say, hey, billionaire, you got all this stuff. Like, well, now I don't have stuff. Now what are you going to do?
There are people who've been in the rocketry business for decades who say about you that you don't know what you don't know.
Well, I suppose that's true of anyone. How can anyone know what they don't know? You can think of, like, once you got the Union Pacific Railroad, then, getting to the West Coast was much faster and much less dangerous. Yeah. You're not likely to sort of end up eating your compatriots in a snowy situation. So you can just take the train. I have to watch my jokes here. Not everyone gets irony, Must remember.
What about government policies? Like, one of the things that I would like to do is I would just like to keep working on my email as I'm driving to work.
Sure.
There's a 30,
some people do that already.
Like I said, I would like to do it without breaking the law.
Oh, yes. Okay.
So where do you?
If you could take one person to Mars, who would it be?
But we're not like have to populate the planet or anything.
No, you don't. It could be a
someone extremely fertile.
Yeah.
The thing that's going to be the major challenge for us over the next 6 to 9 months is how do we build a huge number of cars. And frankly, we're going to be in production hell. Welcome. Welcome to production hell.
If you guys want to stand one on either side of Elon and grab the trophy, this is yours to celebrate. Let's get all together here. All right.
I'm curious, this may be an odd question, but one that I find fascinating. As you think here today back to your younger self, is there any advice you wish you could have given your younger self with hindsight, given what you know now?
Well, I give like a lot of advice.
There have been 3 flights so far, and each one has obviously the goal is to get into orbit. Each one has sort of not made it. How did you deal with the...
Well, we got to space.
Okay, you got to space, but it didn't... You didn't get where you wanted to go.
Not all the way.
Sorry.
Well, you know,
So, but
you don't necessarily go all the way on the first few dates.
SpaceX has.
But it's just in terms of how to think about a life trajectory, perhaps, or how to pursue your passions.
I mean, I'm reasonably happy with how things turned out. So it's like.
Touche.
Yes, not terrible.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I didn't know.
It was like Mr. Hollywood's walked into town.
Okay.
And it's like, well, you know.
Do I seem Hollywood?
Maybe.
Have the world's biggest battery, have the world's biggest banana, have the world's biggest prawn.
And it's akin to the big pineapple or the big banana. It's just one of those kitsch
I don't
kind
sure
of.
what. Wait, is that a real thing?
Yeah. they're a tourist attraction, actually.
Okay. Oh, look at my.
Wait, was
so
it?
is it like the world's biggest banana or something?
Something like
Okay.
that.
That life's ever traveled, the first life on Mars, and you have this great shot of green plants on a red background, and I thought, okay, maybe that would get
It's a money shot. You got to beam
It'll
that
be
back.
the money shot, yeah. I'm never quite sure whether that's a sort of a word you can use or not.
Now I'm realizing maybe I should.
Yeah, I didn't know its origins until somebody pointed it out to me, but so
Okay, moving back to that greenhouse on Mars. Yes.
The Model X is now over 2 years late. What went wrong?
Well, I do have an issue with punctuality, I have to admit. If you buy a gasoline car that's not full self-driving, this is like riding a horse and using a flip phone. I'm like, hello. This is not wise.
Yeah, so back here we have the vault.
Okay.
Touch of a button. Just opens right up like magic.
That's very cool. And a good-sized bed, yeah.
If you want to mount like a missile launcher or something, you can do that.
Yeah.
So do you see this as missionary activity? You're over here trying to convert Jeremy Clarkson.
I don't think there'll be any converting of Jeremy Clarkson.
Okay.
That seems quite unlikely.
And how strong is that?
So, it's pretty stout.
People of Tesla!
Do you want to see the car? Yeah! Well, we don't have it for you tonight. I'm just kidding, of course. It's April Fool's somewhere. All right, let's bring him out. Actually, what's important here is, survives a nuclear explosion, or you get a full refund. Okay, full refund.
Hi, Elon. I'm John Younger, and I have to say,
Pour some more wine here.
absolutely,
I'm telling you, this is going to get better and better as
it is.
Now, when you say civilization's fragile, do you mean because of this COVID-19 shit that's going on right now?
What's that? I never heard of it.
It's this thing.
Yeah, no.
It's like some people just get a cough.
No idea what you're talking about.
Other people, it gets much worse.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, we don't think too much about what competitors are doing.
Yeah.
Just because I think it's important to be just focused on making the best possible products. It's sort of maybe analogous to what they say about if you're in a race.
Yeah.
Don't worry about what the other runners are doing.
Yeah.
Just run.
Yeah.
Here we are on top of our giant ball of liquid oxygen. They say SpaceX has big balls, and it's true.
But, to push that metaphor even more, are you afraid that whoever's hosting the race could tilt the race in favor of the Chinese racer?
I'm trying to figure out if there's any way to answer that question and not lose. You could power the entire United States with about, let's say, 150 to 200 square kilometers of solar panels. The entire United States. Take a corner of Utah. Not much going on there. I've been there. Much less than we spend on healthcare, but maybe more than we spend on lipstick. Something like that. And I like lipstick. It's not like I've got anything against it. Yeah, I can't wait for that comment to go out there. save your brain state, like a saved game in a video game.
Whoa. like if you want to swap from Windows 95 to
hopefully a little better than that, but yeah.
I think we are Windows 95 right now.
Yeah. From a future perspective, probably. First generation was parachutes to a water landing, then arguably sort of wings and gear, landing legs, landing gear. Then like the sort of third generation is propulsive landing with precision. I mean, if you saw a movie about the future with aliens landing, how do they land? Like that. Okay, obviously, they don't like, I mean, it'd be kind of weird if the aliens landed in the ocean with parachutes. I'm like, okay, nothing to fear.
But selling a flamethrower, the liabilities.
Yeah, it's a terrible idea. Terrible. Shouldn't buy one. I said don't buy this flamethrower. Don't buy it.
How many did you make?
20,000. If there's ever sort of a apocalyptic scenario of some kind, hypothetically, you just press the bioweapon defense mode button. This is a real button. Yeah, we're trying to be a leader in apocalyptic defense scenarios.
Well, wow, this smooth jazz is just on us with a vengeance. I feel like we're in a big elevator.
I find Twitter quite engaging.
How do you have the time?
Well, I mean, it's like 5 minutes every couple hours type of thing. It's not like I'm sitting on it all day. The Permian extinction being a particularly interesting one because I think that destroyed somewhere between 90 and 95% of all species on Earth, which doesn't tell the full story because most of the remaining species were fungi. So unless you're a mushroom, you're out of luck. The more you can gamify the process of learning, the better. Like, for my kids, I do not have to encourage them to play video games.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I have to like pry them from their hands, like crack.
Yes,
You know?
yes.
It's like drop that crack needle.
Yeah, yeah. You have that problem at your house too.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
the crack is addictive.
You have, 1,000+ air and space professionals and the greatest air and space force on the planet. So what do you want to tell them?
We got to make Starfleet happen.
There's a lot of people, some of them citizen scientists, some of them they're just newbies when it comes to tracking things in space. They're going to try and track the Tesla and understand what's happening to it. You know, like that movie, Dude, Where's My Car? And other than the live webcam today, what is SpaceX going to do to interact with this community of Tesla trackers once the car leaves orbit? Do you have a plan, or are you just going to kind of wait and see what bubbles up on the internet and react to it?
We don't have a plan. No plan.